All right, here we go. Pasta shapes tier list, everybody. He has actually run out of ideas to the point where he's just fucking around. All right, angel hair. Angel hair is only really good for light sauce, and that's it. Like we're talking like alio olio and any oil-based sauces, and maybe like I don't know, like buttered noodles, basically. You never really see angel hair as like a main. It's always like a side dish to like a chicken parm or something. So all in all, that being said, I do like angel hair. I think it's really good. I wouldn't necessarily say it deserves an S tier rank. I don't think that's good enough, or I don't think it's worth the S tier. But I think it's good. Let's establish an average here. The average, of course, is going to be what would be the average over here? Like, I think spaghetti, like it just has to be like top tier. You know, linguine. Where's linguine? Ain't that the damn guy from Ratatouille? Linguine is like multi-purpose. It's made by the sauce. I don't know. It's Luigi, bro. Angel hair kind of goated. We're gonna go at like. Stop skipping around, damn it! We gotta decide on angel hair first. Let's not bog ourselves down with the averages. Angel hair, the vibe. I think it's maybe high B tier, low A. We're gonna put it there. For now, I'm gonna say high B, and depending on what we put around it, I think it'll go up or down. What the fuck is this? Bussiati. What? I have genuinely okay. Long type of macaroni originating in the province of Trapani. Bucciarati. These look like spines. I feel like the eatability of these would be kind of annoying as fuck. Like, are you supposed to spaghettify them? Or are you supposed to be like the rolls over here? I'm gonna put this in like a D tier. It's trying too hard. Sticky. Oh my god, you're right. This is sticky fingers. Oh my god, is this why? Is this why Sticky Fingers has a fucking like? Is this why? Can't believe it. I'm putting it on like a D tier. Looks complicated. Too much for me. Caccavelle. They stick on a fork? Yeah, so do the other pasta shapes, but they are infinitely better. These are too long. You get in D tier. Just because I have never tried you. So I'm very culturally ignorant. Caccavelle. These are just like a inferior shell, I think. These are like the oblong shell. I'm not a big fan of the oblong shell, but I'll still have them. But then if I were given the opportunity between either this or like the circular shell, I'm going circular shell. Cammanelle. I need a better picture than this. Cammanelle. Sticky type of pasta shaped like a bell or a flower. Okay. I'm all right. That okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and put you in the never tried. I'm not even gonna go ahead and bother giving you a rating. Cavatappi. Okay, this cavatappi is the evolution of like a regular macaroni. I think cavatappi is fantastic as a pasta shape. This might go into A, maybe even S, depending on how I feel, like what I think deserves S. But I think cavatappi, it's just a better macaroni. Because macaroni is like, it's just smaller cut up cavatappi. Cavatelli? Okay, so cavatelli. These are like the ones that are shaped like ears. I have a bias for these. So, because I remember making these in... I made these for family. Oh, I'm thinking orecchiette. Orecchiette is the one that looks like ears. And then cavatelli is the one that looks like ears. Is orecchiette here? Oh, orecchiette is on here. Okay. All right, we'll get to that. Cavatelli, so you use, I think it's 3 fingers, and you go inside, and then you give it a roll, and then it pops out of your fingers. I think cavatelli, you typically make them like with fresh pasta. So they have like a specific mouthfeel and texture that is really good. I think all of like the fresh pasta shapes are gonna be high rated for me. Conchiglia. Take me to S tier, buddy. Get up there. I'm gonna say it. Wagon wheel, F. I know I said don't skip, but we're skipping. Diddlini, you get like high D tier. I don't really like you. Every time I see you, I'm like, you belong in a soup. And that's it. I have no whimsy. You're right, I have no whimsy. All my whimsy is like gone. It's all gone. I'd rather eat ears, okay? Bread with olive oil. SS tier. No, 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 no. It's own tier. We don't say that. We don't say like we don't do that. Okay, my bad. Dodge the bullet there. There we go. S plus SSR. Fucking sweating. Holy shit. I should shut my mouth before I say something not needed. Okay, do you want to fight? Egg noodles? What are we thinking for egg noodles? I don't think they deserve A. Every time I see egg noodles, I'm like, okay, I can probably make like, get the fuck, hang on. Every time I see egg noodles, I think beef stroganoff. And that's the only thing that I can ever see egg noodles being used for. Decent B+. Beef stroganoff is pretty good. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to think. Like, cause I'm like having second thoughts about Diddlini. Cause like, it's never the star of the show, you know? It's always like, it's like the potato inside of a soup. If it's not a potato soup. Where it's just like, it's there so that it can take up space in your belly. And because you didn't want to add orzo or rice or anything. It's just kind of there. I'm going to put bussiate in never tried because I don't want to disrespect people. Farfalle, I'm also going to say it. Bow tie pasta, maybe it's like low D. I can see exactly what I'd use this for. Like extremely heavy cream-based pasta sauce with spinach. Every single time, for some reason, spinach and cream always gets mixed with farfalle. Either that or maybe like a basic canned tomato sauce. I never think of it any more than that. Fettuccine, I think, is S tier. Did I say the complete opposite when we started this? I think fettuccine is S tier. It's got a good twist on the fork. It's got a good mouthfeel and bite. You do get pretty full from it, though, now that I think about it. Just because of like what it is. I might have to sit on that a little bit, but it's high. I think fettuccine is high. When people think pasta al burro, they normally hear and see fettuccine. Where does linguine, damn it? Where'd linguine go? It's over there. I'm gonna put fettuccine in like A tier. Ah! Okay, now that I think about it more, it's like, you only, like, fettuccine's claim to fame is Alfredo, but do people really use it for other stuff? Because no one's gonna think spaghetti Alfredo, except for me. I fucking do spaghetti Alfredo, or even linguine. But what else like, because people would use it for like ragouts and meat sauces, but then at that point just use pappardelle, which is way better for that application. Fuck it, I might like throw it into B tier, honestly, just because it's a one trick. Fettuccine is a one-trick pasta shape, okay? You can fight me on this. Okay, actually, you go over here. Cavatappi is S tier. The shells go down a tier. Do I like fettuccine more than I like angel hair? Funnily enough, no, I don't. Do I like egg noodles more than fettuccine? So, we're trying to... Okay, I want everyone to know that we're trying to base this not on the dish that it's associated with, but its usability as a pasta, and by its just basic properties, rather than having any extra names attached to it. So fettuccine on its own, it's like, it's big, it's gonna fill you up. That's kind of a lot. Cavatappi, like, why it's S tier and still there, despite me saying that we're not supposed to go ahead and make too much associations with, like, its associated dishes, is because, like, it will soak up sauce. Like, because it's dry pasta, it soaks up sauce, but also because of the tube, the sauce goes into the tube, and then it's like a sauce delivery machine. Same thing with the the conches over here and the ears. So I think fettuccine is just kind of a one trick. Now that, like, imagine going from like S tier into A tier and like to B tier, man. That must be like hard to watch if you're like a fettuccine lover. Fusilli, I think you're like a C tier. I think there are more better rotary based pastas than fusilli. Like, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, but then macaroni and cheese is really good using fusilli. Okay. Counterpoint, get fucking cavatappied. You maybe go into C tier. Because I don't really think of you as a cool pasta shape. I think of you as, like, what I see inside of the box of a hamburger helper. And I'm not saying that just to be, like, annoying. I'm saying that in truth. Gemelli. They have this at Costco. It comes along with, like, the 3-pack. Farfalle tastes good, but I hate eating it. So hard to... Are you rage baiting right now? This is why we have spoon. Gemelli. I'd say... Okay, hang on. We need to establish what exactly, like, the median is. The median is B for us. I know it's supposed to be, like, above average, but then, like, the median or mean is supposed to be around B or C tier. So everything should go, like, around here. Gemelli, I think I like more than fusilli. I definitely don't like more than fettuccine. Bro, who's like the A-rank hero in One Punch Man who acts as like the barrier to S-rank? What was his name again? Something Mask? Like, fettuccine is the barrier for B tier. Amaya Mask, that's him. Yeah. Gnocchi is an easy S tier. You can make it with potato. You can make it with semolina. You can make it with fucking just flour if you wanted to. You can use a cream sauce with it. You can use just brown butter and sage. You can have sausage with it. Herbs, whatever. Like, gnocchi, even on its own, is so good. And you can make it super easy at home. It's an easy S tier for me. That being said, pre-packaged, pre-made gnocchi, shit ass. Definitely like F, X, whatever letters that have not been ever made by our forefathers, whatever that is tier. They're silencing me for being right. They're silencing me for being right. Lasagna. This is going to be a hot take. So, lasagna. I did say, I think by virtue, we have to associate things with their associated dishes. Italy is pissed. Wait till they hear that I snap my fucking spaghetti in half. Lasagna. This could just be a me thing. I've never ever had a lasagna that wowed me. I've never like gotten a lasagna from somewhere and was like, damn, that's good. I always see these pictures of like lasagna and like they have these like beautiful baked mozzarella tops and like the ragu on the inside with the layers of ricotta and meat sauce and bechamel on the inside. Like, I see all of these photos, and then every time that I go to a restaurant to go get one, it's not that great. Even if it's a good Italian restaurant, it's not that great.
Hi, Reed.
I think this deserves like a B tier. I don't think it's that good. I'm sorry, but like I haven't had a good lasagna. Feel free to come over to my house and show me how to make a good lasagna. Sorry, Garf, but you have to be in the B tier. Maybe. Yeah, you go in low B. Lasagna goes in low B. Italy is pissed. Don't worry, you can't piss off Italians more than winning against them in a pizza contest after they called their food bland. Italians, when Americans win in wine competitions and in pizza competitions. Oh, I woke up in a cold sweat and realized I didn't attend a read stream. It's okay. It's not like you're missing peak or anything. I go high B or perhaps even low A for lasagna. I'm like mentally like throwing things around right now. I think fettuccine I do like more than egg noodles. I definitely like lasagna more than egg noodles, actually. I prefer angel hair over fettuccine. I think angel hair is more versatile. Lasagna is also kind of a one-trick. Linguine. Okay. I think that linguine is high B. It is like the... This is the Amai Mask of B tier. going into A, because it's a little step away from spaghetti. Not enough to like kind of confuse your taste buds, but just enough where it's like it's just a little bit tickling your neurons to make you think that you're doing something a little different with your basic color palette on your mouth. But linguine I think is good. I like linguine. +2 stream. But yeah, it's the pasta shapes tier list. Why did I do this again? Macaroni? You're like the C gateway. It's average, okay? Like, there's nothing special about macaroni, right? Like, macaroni and cheese. Maybe you put it inside of like a minestrone or something, right? But that's about it. There's nothing too crazy or special about it, but it's versatile enough and recognized worldwide, or maybe mainly just in the United States. I couldn't tell you. It's average. But that's not a bad thing. Me putting macaroni in C tier would immediately get people to go ahead and they would probably shoot me, I'd imagine. There are definitely people out there who would shoot me for saying that macaroni is only a C tier. But it's because it's just like, it's macaroni. It's so like basic. It's normal. There's nothing extra about it. You grew up with it. You grew up with it. It's been there for you. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but then it's there. It hasn't left your side. It's a companion that you'll always have with you, but not the one you immediately are going to choose. But when you need to feel something, when you need to have that little bit of nostalgia, when that blue box comes around from the rack, macaroni is there for you, but you deserve it. But that's it. Like, you'll come back to it. It's a nice friend that you'll go ahead and wave to and like just think of every now and then, but you're not gonna immediately go for it. You know what I mean? Malfadine. Okay. This is, I think, maybe like a C tier. I've had this before. I've had this with Alfredo before, and it's basically just like a lasagna sheet that's cut in half. It's honestly annoying to eat this. Don't go crazy, guys. Like, just because you want to go ahead and get like the clicks for your new olio video that you've made for like the 17th time with different fucking pasta shapes, like, don't fucking use this, man. Like, come on. Like, this is basically just a fettuccine that feels a little quirky. That's what Malfaldine is, okay? It is fettuccine that's a little bit quirky, but I think falls flat, in my humble opinion. LGBT fettuccine. The mid stands for mid. That's my thought on this. I think Malfaldine is just a quirky fettuccine. Call me out. Feel free. I don't care. You're not my boss. Manicotti. Okay. This is a one-trick pony as well. You'll see Americans fuck this up so bad, but, you know, at the end of the day, what are you going to be doing with this? You're filling it with ricotta, and you're filling it with maybe, like, meat sauce on the side, like, in the inside, too. I don't know what you're doing with this thing, man. Making a... This is, like, even more of a one-trick than fettuccine. And at the end of the day, like, this is also a side character. This is a vessel to put ricotta in, you know? Ricotta and tomato sauce. Maybe C tier? Because I definitely like you way more than I would like diddlini. Orecchietti, S tier. Or A tier. High A. Again, I'm very biased with orecchietti because I made so much of this for friends and family. Like, orecchietti, butter, broccolini, red chili flakes, Italian sausage, Parmesan cheese. I'm fucking garlic. Maybe I put this in F's tier. I don't know. I like orecchietti. I think it's good. Orzo, you go into D tier. I don't like you. No particular reason. All I think about you is like your pasta shape, but you're also just in salad like 90% of the time. Like, what are you doing, man? You go in high D tier. Pacchieri. You're a rigatoni. You're a better rigatoni, I think. You're like a rigatoni that has. You're a gay rigatoni. What I mean by that is that you bend way more. Like you flatten out more, but you still hold enough sauce inside of your holes where 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 you end up just kind of being better. So, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. Pappardelle? I think you go in low A. You're like the ultimate heavy sauce pasta. I think pappardelle is just an upgraded fettuccine. It's weird because fettuccine is like wide, but it's not that wide where it's like scooping up all the sauce. Pappardelle is wide noodles. You can get like a singular noodle twirled onto like a fork and that'll basically be it. So you can serve that with a cream sauce. You can serve that with a good ragu. It's amazing with ragu, by the way. I don't know. I fuck with pappardelle. I don't know. It's weird because fettuccine isn't wide enough. Pappardelle is just getting onto that realm of being a bit too wide, but it hasn't hit it yet. Penne. This might be a little bit controversial. You're like right there. I don't like you that much. Maybe over here. I don't like you that much. No. I like Malfeldina is at least trying a little bit. I think penne, like smack dab in the middle of C, is where it belongs. Like, I don't know. I don't really think of it too much. Like, penne is definitely not the first pasta shape that I go for when I look around at like my local Whole Foods, you know? I'm thinking something fancier. Or maybe just like a really good quality spaghetti, which we surprisingly haven't got to yet. But penne definitely isn't the first thing that I go for if I'm like at the grocery aisle. Maybe it's because I think that the spikes or like how it's cut is like offensive to me. And like the way that my like monkey brain is like, I see sharp object, I avoid sharp object. I'm putting manicotti down into like low D tier. Fuck that. Ratatouille, like the lore about Ratatouille is just so cool that I just have to put it in S tier. Ravioli, okay. Now we're getting into weird territories right now because like ravioli, we're getting into stuffed pastas now. And that's kind of its own thing. How you rate the noodles is low-key in a bell curve. I'm like one of the few people who actually use B and C tier in proper amounts. I'm one of the few people who are going to go ahead and use B and C tier as an actual average rather than like, I love this thing to death. If you're putting everything in S tier, not everything is going to be S tier. God, people just don't understand. Ravioli, okay? Ravioli, it's a stuffed pasta, right? It's a stuffed pasta. I have had amazing raviolis before in my life. By virtue of that alone, I'm thinking that I should put it in S tier. Of all the pasta shapes where I'm like, this is making me have a mouth orgasm, ravioli is probably with gnocchi. I'll lock it in. Rigatoni. All right. This is going to be the first A tier dry pasta. It's going to be on the lower side, but it's there. It's way better than penne. Why, you may ask? I can't give you a straight answer. I really can't think of one. But of the tube pasta shapes, rigatoni being like the big like he's the good old reliable big tube pasta. Get manicotti out of here. Get penne out of here. Ditalini wasn't even on the list or like in the running to begin with. Rigatoni sits pretty high up in my list with paccheri, but paccheri is better in my opinion. Rotini, you're going in like. You're definitely in C or B tier. You're definitely in like the average zone where I don't really think about you too much. Like you're basically sitting with fusilli over here. Y'all are basically the same thing inside of my brain. People probably fight over you in like, I don't know, like South Dakota or something over like which is better or like what's the difference between two, but I could not care less. Spaghetti. Spaghetti is the universal multi-tool. This is... You put this on whatever, you know? Okay, maybe it's like... Maybe spaghetti is the Amai mask of B tier. I think it's like right there. Spaghetti, again, it's like... It's the same thing with macaroni, where spaghetti is always there for you, but then it doesn't do anything to push the envelope. That being said, spaghetti was the envelope, you know? High B is think I think is where it belongs. Beats out basically everything by a mile. It's like high B. I personally like rigatoni. All the sauces that I associate rigatoni with, I like usually better than spaghetti. It's pizza a pasta. Don't even get me started, you fuck. Tortellini, I like it more than ravioli. Tortellini, but it should say something that both of the stuffed pastas are in S tier. They're like genuinely amazing. Maybe I have to put ratatouille down, but it is still high tier. Is bread a pasta? ZD, high D. Now we do a little bit of reorganizations after like we see everything and give it like a once over. You have to add pizza and potato bread. I'm not adding pizza and potato bread to the pasta shapes tier list. Gnocchi over tortellini, yes. Tortellini over ravioli, yes. Ravioli over cavatappi, yes. Cavatappi over ratatouille, yes. Ratatouille over orecchiette, no. Ratatouille over cavatelli, no. Paccheri over ratatouille, no. In fact, I think that's good. I think like bringing it down to low A is correct.
Hi, Reed.
High A to low A is criminal. I had to like think, like, here's how it works for me. Like I need to make sure, like, would I put this over the other one? Yes. Would I put this over the other one? Yes. Picari over cavatelli? Yes. Cavatelli over pappardelle? Yes. Pappardelle over rigatoni? Yes. Ratatouille over rigatoni? Yes. Spaghetti. Ratatouille over spaghetti? Yes. Actually, I think like the radiator shape is really cool and probably like fucks with any like cream-based sauce. Spaghetti over linguine? Absolutely. Linguine over conches? Yes. Conches over angel hair? No, you're going down. Down in an earlier round. And sugar, we're going down swinging. Conchielli over no, absolutely not. Conchielli over lasagna? No. Egg noodles over conchielli? I think this is correct. Egg noodles over macaroni? No. No? Yes. You think you deserve to be there. Shells over macaroni? Yes. Gemelli over macaroni? Yes. Egg noodles over malfaldine? Yes. Malfaldine over penne? Yes. Penne over fusilli? Yes. These two are the same thing in my brain. Cacavelle? Yes. Actually, I'm putting you up. I'd rather have you over penne. Ziti over manicotti? Yeah. Manicotti over orzo? Yep. Ditalini over farfalle? I probably eat farfalle more. Actually, orzo goes even more on the bottom. Wagon wheel, definitely. I have no whimsy, all right? Wagon wheel is in the F tier. I have no whimsy. I will fully and wholeheartedly admit it. Apparently, there was a person named STD Gotta Catch 'Em All that followed 41 minutes ago that I completely and utterly ignored. Wagon wheel is good? Nuh-uh, it's not. If I were to go ahead and make like a hot take, if that were a hot take, I don't think it's good. Never once have I ever looked at the wagon wheel box and been like, damn, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make something with this. You're like limited. Like your recipe limited to like mac and cheese, basically. Is that a hot take? Is that a hot take, what I just did there? Put gnocchi into its own tier. What recipe do you use for gnocchi? I think I use Gordon Ramsay's recipe for gnocchi, where you use like baked potatoes, let them steam out for a little bit, scoop them out of the potato, and then you put them through like a ricer, and then you get some flour and egg, and then you kind of just like work it into a pliable dough, let it rest for like 15 minutes, and then you start like cutting them out into like your little gnocchi shapes, and then you press down on them with like a fork to give them their little indents. I think one of like my most favorite dishes was probably like a tortellini. Oh yeah, no, there was when I was doing an event, I was making tortellinis, and I like helped make the filling for them the day before, and then 3 other chefs and I were making the pasta. Not making the pasta, but like we were like making the tortellini, as in like we were forming and shaping them so that they would look nice, and then we would send them on their way to go ahead and get like served up on like a soup spoon. That was one of my favorite bites of all time. God bless that chef that I worked with, because she was super cool. I think this is pretty good. I think our distribution is fairly fucking normal. I think our distribution here is like fairly normal. Look at that, it's beautiful. This is how it should be. Like, this is how a graph and list should be. The concentration should be inside of the middle ground, and then everything else afterwards, like, it goes, like, a little bit lower. Fuck it, I'm putting Orchetti in, like, S tier. I fucking love Orchetti. Now that we have Gnocchi in S+, we can kind of screw around a little bit. I'm biased for Orchetti. I will wholeheartedly admit that. But there you go. There's my spaghetti shapes tier list. Feel free to go ahead and send me yours, and I'm not going to look at it because I will immediately think that it's wrong unless it's a carbon copy of mine. TBH, I want to rizz up a chef so they can make me lots of yummy food. Assuming that they work a kitchen job, I feel like the last thing that they want to do is make food. Unless you're like one of those TikTok influencer chef kind of people where it's like, okay, I'm making food for my wife, everybody. What I make for dinner for me and my wife after my 12-hour shift at the kitchen and restaurant. And they make like a fucking 2 or 3 course meal complete with wine pairings. No, motherfucker, you're eating macaroni at the end when you're done with work. You're eating a hot dog that you got out of like the damn out of the damn like hot dog stall outside of the bar. That's what you're eating. You're not eating prime rib after work. You're eating like whatever's left in the fridge. Get out of here with your unrealistic expectations. Cazzo fai. Objectively correct pasta shapes tier list. Gnocchi definitely stands on its own as a culinary workhorse. It's just as versatile as spaghetti. What if I just put like fettuccine in D? What have you been doing this whole stream? Just rating pasta noodles? We did the dolls. Because all I'm really thinking is like fettuccine is so fucking like... It's a one trick. It's a one trick. I think fettuccine is a one trick. The only claim to fame that fettuccine has is Alfredo. And then anything else that it's in is like sorely like misrepresented and can be easily substituted with a better pasta. Fuck it. No, honestly, no, I'm going with that. I think fettuccine is a D tier. High D. Maybe low C. The other pasta shapes that are like before and after it, in terms of sizing, are just much more preferable. Linguine, much better. Pappardelle, the better sauce picker-upper. Fettuccine is like the middle ground, but then no one likes the middle ground, you know? We'll like it solely for the Alfredo, and that's it. But that being said, you can get, again, like Malfaldine is LGBT fettuccine. Egg noodles can go down, actually. This can go like pretty far down. I might have to put the conches down a little bit. I think shells kind of want to go down. Are pierogies a pasta? I believe they'd be considered a dumpling. But then again, gnocchi is here, so who the fuck am I to go ahead and say, you know what I mean? My ex's family was Italian, and they used to have a few days a year where everyone would come over and make gnocchis and then freeze them. That sounds so fun. I would honestly, like, fight someone if someone says, like, fettuccine should be higher. Like, name something else that fettuccine is used for other than Alfredo. I can wait. I'll be waiting until I'm dead, basically. Because what's linguine used for? A lot of seafood-based dishes, right? Like, you see a lot of, like linguine, shrimp scampi, that sort of thing. That's what I think of linguine. But, and then, like, that can be varied so unbelievably hard to the point where you just use it as, like, your regular pasta shape. Fettuccine, you can't do that because it's wider than, like, a normal pasta and can only be limited to certain sauces. And if you want that sort of thing, then just go for pappardelle, which is even wider and can soak up the sauces even more. Udon and soba. Okay, so this is the pasta shapes tier list, not the noodles tier list. Noodles tier list, we would be doing... There would be a lot of things that would be going crazy. Instant noodle tier list. God. That's all you need to know, really. Oh, and you go into A tier. And you go into... Are you the cream carbonara? Ooh, wait. Also S tier. Cream carbonara, high A. This one gets a B tier. Not enough cheese, surprisingly, despite it saying 4 cheese. That's all I can really do with these.